Hello, loyal viewers. Dude, welcome back to another awesome episode of Sunstriders. This is episode 24 of Phase 3. That's the third campaign of our Star Wars saga, man. We have covered an immense amount of time everywhere from the dark times, between episode 3 and 4, now into a handful of decades past the end of episode 9. So we are quite long spanning. And we've learned a lot along the way. Right, boys?
Indeed.
Right.
And we may have learned how to play the game somewhere along 500 hours of campaign, but hey, maybe not.
A little bit.
A little bit. But we're here to tell a story.
Dice, dude.
And that's what we fucking do, man. So, quick recap before we get into session question, man. I know you guys are just clicking on this video right after the last one. I get it. But, well-adjusted people, they're taking time. They're waiting on me to randomly post, 13 days, 20 days, 8 days between episodes. So, in case you need a refresher, man, last time the boys were on the hunt for Jamoth, pilgrim from Etone. On the hunt for Jamoth, as he was one of the maybe not enactors of violence on Etone, but certainly perhaps a suspect of things that were going wrong. Or perhaps at least a key to point us in the right direction of where everything started to go wrong on Etone before our untimely departure. To start all that off, Noel had received a bit of a command prompt issue in his bios on internal drives, that after clearing some code out and kind of defragging himself, matched up to some coordinates that led to a abandoned Circa Corporation habitation block, an old living quarters for perhaps a defunct factory, Bakura. We of course went, found that the top floor, this building, decades old, settled into the muck and mire and decay of forgotten industry. Found that the top floor was covered in some strange fungal growth, and it looked like people had been storing, not necessarily trash, but storing things here. Old desks, old items, just things being shoved floor to ceiling in these former rooms, these former apartments. Only one door was closed on the top floor, and naturally, of course, we had to investigate. Hey, retroactive trigger warning, or content warning. If you're watching this one before last week, man, hey, there's some gross shit going on in that one. So, not a fan of the body horror, maybe just listen to the recap. Because we bust up in there, and boy, oh boy, there is a body in there, and, a multitude of states of self-flagellation, or maybe not self-flagellation, flagellation, flaying, and other ritualistic type things. Not great. Pretty ugly. And we, of course, were investigating. The mouth seemed to have been forced and shut, and not necessarily locked shut, but wired, drilled, nailed, and just overall unwelcoming.
Yucky.
There was some perhaps religious symbology painted in what could potentially only be, blood on the wall behind. And upon further investigation, we got really brave and found that a pilgrim sash, one that could only be from home, bundled up and lodged in the shut mouth of his body, and upon unraveling, effectively a key fob, tying things together, making, be led to believe that this body may in fact be Jamoth, or what is left of him. Underneath that body, of course, also being brave, I believe that was Jeff or Noel who moved the body.
No,
It was definitely
no.
Noel removed the body. There was a stamped plate on top of this altar that had a little bit of a X greater than, very simple symbology, sort of marking the bare flesh of this body, marking it more towards other Legion activity, which we don't know much about still. Still piecing things. We, of course, get a little bit spooked by old presence, and that requires us evacuate relatively quickly, not hanging around for any reason there, and we go and decompress at a little bit of a local cafe, local coffee spot. We've got some introspection from some party members, as well as Noel having some weird visual graphics bugs. Everybody's looking like Dr. Vet. Help from Samson. Managed to get that all fixed up for now. Top of that, we head over to Cybot Galactica Surplus Store, looking to see if we can't perhaps get a little Apple Find My Phone trademark, and see if we can't find what ship this fob might be attached to, and find out where that ship might be located at this very moment. And we get a ping leading towards some sort of penal colony on the other side of Bakura, the planet itself, not on this main continental body. That is where we left off, so we'll of course pick up pretty much right on top. But before we do that, session question, get us back into it. It's been 3 weeks. Session question, man. What is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? And as my players are gathering their thoughts, you're new here, session quick. And every time we play, we'll role play warm, flush the day, try and find our character center, right?
This feels very guided meditation-esque right now.
Almost always. Hey, guided meditation, group hallucination, call it what you will. That's the game we play, man.
I think Noel can go first.
All right.
It probably would have been on Noel's first trip on the pilgrim ship to Atone, like going right past that edge of like known space. There are supermassive black holes, but I believe there's a step above it that are hypermassive black holes. And I think he would have seen one kind of on their first journey out to Atone, as being kind of a like almost like the closest thing to the ideal of the central isopter, like in real space. I think yeah, I think he got stuck kind of glancing at that as they passed.
Very good. Please roll your destiny point.
Too light.
It's nice.
I think Jeff could probably get.
Please.
For Jeff, it was definitely just his hometown. He lived in kind of a little village, not a big city, but a village in densely wooded area back on Ordrazi, next to a river. And just the lazy weekend days when they would go out and wash clothes and, try and catch that night's dinner by the river, the calm breeze, watching the river go by, I think is probably the most beautiful thing Jeff remembers seeing.
Roll your destiny points for me.
Oh, wow.
The opposite of last session.
Oh, wow. Are we back?
We're back.
Are we so back?
We're so back.
I'd say for Samson, it would be on Drakoween. There's a mesa, which is like a wind-blown hill that's pretty deteriorated. It's only used as like a vantage point to go peek up and see what's around you. But from that point, there is nothing else but the flowing desert. And right at dusk time, as one of the two suns is setting and the other one rises up, and you get that nice kind of like orange auburn glow across the sands. Samson could see that as like this moving and breathing ocean. And I'd say when he likes to put himself at peace and think of something good, he thinks of that time he was up on top of Maze Mesa.
Very good. Please roll your destiny point.
Ooh. Let's go.
Oh,
Give me
Oh
two.
yeah, baby.
we're back.
We've like we never left.
Big ups. Big ups, fam.
Pick up mine.
All right. I like to be a little special and quirky. Hee hee. Pick me. Love me. The most beautiful thing Shib has ever seen is people. Everything that ever has been, everything that is, and everything that will be is influenced by individuals and those people that are around them. The force flowing through all of us. And seeing people through the force, interacting with each other, loving, hating, helping, and creating with one another is the greatest beauty in the galaxy for her. Shib's a people person, man.
Please, roll your.
I will, of course, take the two-light side.
Well,
Massive amount of things
I
to spend.
don't like having any. Also, this I shouldn't set this as the max. I think this is the max actually. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah.
Yep.
It's also the max that I can see on my overlay. So if we had
That's
9,
awesome.
we'd be missing one. So that's okay, guys. Well, we will drop right in. Well, first I'll ask, how are you guys planning on getting over to this colony?
I assume public transportation isn't really an option, considering this is like a penal colony, correct?
Yes, yes. But hey, you gotta, maybe prisoners get released. I'm sure there may be a shuttle of some type that you to maybe able to hitch a ride on or something of the nature.
That's fair.
Are there like speeder rentals, like jet skis?
Yeah, no, it's a while. It's certainly fastest route would certainly be atmospheric.
Mm.
Could we
bring the ship there? Probably can't even bring it.
Yeah, Azor.
Certainly
could try.
Certainly could bring the ship. No problem there with that. I wouldn't say.
It's about to get impounded anyway.
No chance there's like an Angola crafts show, rodeo, huh? Going on this weekend.
Ooh, wait a minute, Jacob.
A lot of traffic.
What are they doing with those Bormu, dude? I'm pretty sure I just saw a Bormu hauler in atmosphere.
Maybe, man, maybe. I will say, it doesn't seem like there's any, no flyers or anything up for any prison road show.
Okay.
How about 8 Destiny points? Cowboy episode.
No, I'm hesitant to bring the ship because that's pretty easy to trace back to us. I don't know if we want to maintain some level of discretion here. I mean, I think we probably would.
It would be like our last stop before leaving.
Oh, we just get out?
Yeah. Could just
Okay, I like that better.
I like my hyperdrive in the ship.
That is true.
Nobody's robbing you at the prison.
Yeah. All the prisoners are locked up.
loyal viewers. As a GM, you steal the player's hyperdrive right under their noses one time, 8 years ago, and they never forget. They never
Every
forget.
single time since. It's always been a
They can
thought.
never let it go.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah, playing in Garrett's kitchen 8 years ago, and for some reason, man, God, I'm the bad guy. You give them every option, man. You don't even do it in secret. You walk it right by them, and you're the bad guy. Okay, hey, what can you do, Mom? Now, I of course will say this as well. Some people are looking for you guys.
We need a ship companion, dude.
We need a fucking G2E.
Need a ship companion.
G2E.
My guy.
I mean, but we don't know that. Not really. We know someone was shooting at us.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. And as far as we know, Hatzo is in the
I
prison.
think you guys saw the. I think you guys saw the news report. He had some breaking news. You guys, might be attached to, not in a real way. They don't have any mugshots of you guys. That. But I will say, easy enough to find a shuttle. It wouldn't be that difficult. At least get you close enough. And besides, people work there. Got to get home somehow, right?
Fair.
Shuttle sounds right.
Right, well, easy enough. We'll drop in right on the shuttle, man. And it's pretty classical Airbus style. Very, hey, these things are no longer in service in the inner rim, so they've got 200,000 city miles on them. Let's auction them off to everywhere else. So they're like, 50 years out of date. The seats are all ripped. There's probably 20 years of skin dust packed into the seats.
That's
But hey,
awesome.
they work. So. And it couldn't be as luxurious as a droid-ran shuttle. They've got some poor sap in a uniform and a ball hat sitting at the driver's seat, logging hours.
Thank God. That's how I like it, dude. That's how I like it.
Oh, good paying job. Droids need jobs too, man. But you guys, sun streaming in. After you get out of the city, Bakura itself, very, very, very dead swampish planet. Sort of like brackish swampy. Cypress analog tree, stuff like that, rising up out of the muck, very dark brown, almost black sort of swamps. Open oceans, where they start, where they end, kind of hard to tell. Not a whole lot of big, solid, dominating land masses. But over the years, industry, empires, newly reformed republics, this, of course, being the last sort of way station planet for explorers going out into the unknown regions, and that, of course, taking a new breath. People of the galaxy becoming more excited about that again, as the First Order and, the United Sectors have sort of swapped place. Galaxy's become a bit of a safer place. Things have been good. People say, hey man, why don't we go out and explore a little bit? We've got some money lying around. Sure, the fascists are still around, but they're locked in their little corner, Galactic North. So let's just stay away from there and we'll go do our own thing. Right? So,
Yeah.
Bakura's been fine. As you guys are flying, you can't help but notice not very crowded shuttle. Makes a couple stops. But as you're checking the little ticker on the top of the bus above the windows, Airbus, your stop, of course, is coming up. StarShatter Penal Colony. Nobody else is on the shuttle but you guys. Visitation hours must be closed today. Or something of that nature. I think my window units making my voice marker cut up on Streamlabs. So, I'm going to project some more, make sure I don't cut out any. But lo and behold, a few minutes later, what you can only assume to be the penal colony comes into view. It is quite literally a floating fortress. Seems that there have been a multitude of mechanics failures or oil spills or some sort of environmental man-made disasters, as the water around the swamps around this giant sort of octagonal duracrete fabrication, water around it gleams in a myriad of rainbow colors. The sheen of spilled oils collected, gathering. Nothing but dead trees and things of that nature reach out for half kilometer in all directions around this prison. A couple of big landing pads that seem to be prisoner load off, common use, I should say. And as you guys come on down onto the approach, can't help but notice that there's ivy and moss and other sorts of wildlife reclaiming much of this building. Doesn't seem like anybody's really taken much care of it.
But there are people here, right?
Well, that's a great question, Ship. Airbus lands down on the platform. Landing gears engage. Or slide shut. Bus driver, a very portly light blue ortolan with legs. Driving, little elephant man on the snout.
Oh, hell yeah.
Turns back around, face you guys. End of the line. You guys, scavengers?
Here for visitation.
He kind of peeks a hairless ridge of an eyebrow at you. Visitation, huh?
Why else would I come here?
Oh, hey. Do what you will. Not sure who you'll find in there. After the riots about 10 years back, it's been, I won't say defunct, but under new leadership, I should say.
And, when will be the next time you come back to this stop?
Never if I could have it. But there should be another one along in about 3 hours or so.
How many customers a day do you get coming here?
Oh, on a day, we probably average, I don't know, 0.5.
Wow.
And not in like a weird way where I'm, delivering half of a body or something like that. Just, I mean to say nobody ever comes this far, really.
Well, the average is higher now.
You bumped me up for the week. That's for sure.
The people that are coming here, are they marked? Tattoos? Scary looking?
Scary looking? Not really. Normally it's guys. There's open claim out here. Shorts, we're under United Sector ban, right? But there's open, salvage claims for former state facilities that are no longer in use and things like that. So usually a bunch of scavenger types come out here looking to see if they can't crack some, higher tech security devices or whatever else could possibly be there. And so, scary people know. Now, they don't look like you guys, but
That would be hard to find.
no offense.
So if traffic's so slow, why do they keep paying you to come out here?
Well, ain't that just the question? Believe it or not, last city council meeting, and probably as far as I've been driving, last, 5, 10, it's always on the bracket, always gets marked down. They say we could save the taxpayers so much money. Never passes.
So just a quick scene building question.
Yeah.
How far, so the stop previous to this one, how long was that?
This is definitely the longest stretch. Probably about 45 minutes airtime.
And that's traveling like quickly
Yes.
in
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Faster than modern day airplanes. Slower than hyperspace.
So we're traveling like thousands of miles to get
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm suspicious of the council all of a sudden. Crazy.
That's weird.
You so I mean, you have a lot of empty weight on this vessel. Do you also haul freight to kind of make up for the difference?
Oh, I'm not an owner operator. I just drive.
I just mean to make up for the fuel. Do they load you up with anything else? Just people?
Oh no, just people.
Okay.
These old girls patch the dashboard. They'll fly, 75 years. Good for the engines, you know, heat cycling them, keep them running. That's what they say.
All right.
And who knows, man? Maybe somebody will want to come back.
Never know.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever came back after you dropped them off from here?
Oh yes, yeah. Once again, don't mean to, don't mean it as you know, weird, spooky, important. My apologies. You know, you sit behind the wheel all day. You know, you get a little soothsayery. But no, you know, I drop the scavengers off. You know, they'll come back, toting computer cores or alternating circuits or you know, drive matrices or whatever. You know, just stuff. So you guys aren't scavengers. What are you guys doing out here?
We heard a little bit about what might be going on here, and some associate of ours is interested in it. So maybe not scavenging parts, but scavenging information.
Fair enough. I assume you guys know about the ghost tales then.
Oh, yes.
Well.
But if you wanted to just retell,
You seem pretty excited to mention that.
You know, everybody puts their own spin on these things. It's quite interesting.
Well, you know, there's just so many. But, you know, you have to dig down into the theme of these things, right? You can't just take them at face value. You have to find the thread of truth that permeates all the different stories. And my truth is that the warden, they strung him up in the riots. And now, they say, you know, his spirit haunts the place. That's what it comes down to, brass tacks, you know. But I don't believe in ghosts, so. And you know, the scavengers come back all the time. If it was that scary, if it was that real, you know, there'd be more missing people, I guess. I don't know. If it was that dangerous, the administration of the planet, they'd shut down this route. They wouldn't have us drive out here every, you know.
That's fair.
What?
Well,
Anyways, hey, gotta, you guys are making me run late. Gotta get out of here. If you see the ghost of Warden Turturod, let me know.
Thank you.
Spell that for me.
Terrorrod.
Terterrod.
All one word.
Turturod. No apostrophe, dude.
No apostrophe, man.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
well, safe travels on your way back.
Well, I appreciate that. And, well, I hope you guys find what you're looking for. And you guys walk out on the landing deck. Takes off. Eyes back away.
Just immediately looking around, does it look like there's any kind of like, obviously the facility is defunct, but like people are coming here, there's money to be made here, I'm sure. Are there any like impromptu set up like merchants or I don't know, anybody in the area set up to do anything? Or
Now,
is there anybody?
anybody on this landing pad? No. but you can see the outlines and shapes and silhouettes of what appear to be ships or shuttles of some kind that are docked, landed on these very makeshift pads on the very top of the building that run around them.
Okay. Do any of them look like our hauler?
From here, not that you can quite tell.
I click the key fob. Beep beep.
Beep beep. Doesn't seem like anything's popping yet.
If
Also,
only
it
it were
changed
that
to
easy.
Paragus 2.
Ah, of course. I love that one. Nice and spooky.
You said this whole thing is a floating fortress?
Yes. Now, even like looking over the edge, walk up to the edge. No guardrails now. Walk up to the edge, look over. Still, the oil slick is incredible. It seems like it may be low tide. It looks like there are maybe some support stanchions that have been added on, Noel, in recent years, and your expertise as a, junk bot and scavenger bits of yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
These support rods, sort of like oil platform pylons, have definitely been built on and added to it in recent years. Because with the water down, as you keep looking down and down and down, you see what seems to be the tops of massive, sort of like swamp treader tracks. Like this thing may have been mobile at one point. And it seems like these tracks, just from the utter scope of them underneath, may be, 50, 60, 70 foot tall.
Could I possibly spend a destiny point for there to be a kind of service terminal on this landing pad?
Of course. I think that's a great spin. Absolutely. So I'll say, walking up a little bit closer to the landing pad itself, definitely very rusty. Seems like there may have been a sort of protective hut around the terminal at one point in time. It seems like that has been stripped for any value as well, so the do it. Panels, wires, faceplates of this terminal are missing and in very rough shape, but it is still powered on. It does seem to have some life left to it.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'd like to interface with it and kind of just get any kind of status of the structure as a whole, if I can.
Oh, okay, absolutely. So you scomp in, start digging in. No computers check necessary. There's anything that may have been firewall or protective at some point in time has been brute forced so much that there are now just open pathways to any secure data you possibly want to find access to. And as you're jumping in, there are slicer tags everywhere. Stuff going back like 15 years in a multitude of languages, different signs, symbols of people that have come in here, hacked into this thing, and left their own little mark. So anybody that comes after them knows that they've been here or anything like that. Very common, especially in less lawful areas. Or, I won't say holy grail sites, but local popular phenomena sites that people are like, oh yeah, man, well, I've been there and I got blah, 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 blah. Bragging right. But you're digging through, bunch of degradation. It seems like a lot of data, especially whenever it comes to like prisoner logs and things like that, have been corrupted beyond all hope. But as far as actual power level reading, things like that, you get some decent information. You do see that there is a propulsion system that has been offline for 20 years. But as far as power goes, a couple of cell blocks, C and D, still have full power to them, as well as water recycling unit. And effectively, with that information, if somebody wanted to live here, they could. Wouldn't be great, probably, but they'd have running water, they'd cook, stuff like that, and be out of the elements.
I'll turn to the rest. So it appears if anyone is living here, it would either be cell blocks C or D. Still have any amenities necessary. If we were looking for any still active members of this legion.
Certainly. Was there anything about docking information? I know all of these ships look like they're just parked wherever they can fit.
No, best as you can tell, nobody's been logging their entries or exits. Last official information is from what you could assume were only normal operations decades ago.
Yes, well, nothing that the logs show, unfortunately.
I figured as much.
Well, what's our plan? Should we look for the ship first?
Well, the scavengers come through here, and they so they know people are coming in and out. But if there is some kind of force here, some colony, then I am undecided on if we should contact them first, because we may encroach upon their area. I would imagine if they stored it here, then they would know the people that are here. How else would they keep it safe from the scavengers?
So you think the people first? Then ship? Maybe through the people?
Maybe so, but I have a feeling whatever found us in that room may know of our arrival. So I'm a bit lost. Maybe we poke around in front of scavengers, and if there is a way into the colony, we can maybe say that we are looking for work with Noel.
I like that idea.
I would just not like to fight an unknown amount of people and then have to run to the one place that we can shuttle out of here.
I think avoiding a fight while we're here is the best course of action. But I do like the idea of fronting as scavengers. Perhaps we could even directly ask about the ship.
So we're wandering in.
Where's the path of desire?
Where would a scavenger head first in a place like this?
I must use the restroom.
In a place
To the
like
armory.
this, probably armory, data banks, manufacturing sites, anything that, indentured servitude, forced labor would be producing. So, as you guys walk in, a lot of the doors, of course, already open. Unreliable power, people trapped in place. You guys walk in. The first thing that you guys are greeted by,
Could be.
is what seems to be was at one point in time a sort of lobby. Large, transparent steel windows. You pretty much walk right into what is best described as like a upper deck CEO viewing box at a sports stadium. You're looking down into the center of this octagonal arena, pretty much. And you look down right into a courtyard. There is a big center building that rises up, and a bunch of see-through walkway tubes go from this middle building that's about 5 stories tall, that shoot off in different directions, seemingly connecting different blocks of the building, different wings, to this sort of centralized courtyard. So you guys, of course, are on the middle floor. So you got about 2 stories above, 2 stories below. Looking down into this courtyard, there is obviously remnants. Yes.
Is this a panopticon?
Seems to be the sort of style, yes. Now it seems that this middle building is not necessarily strictly guard quarters. It does seem like it is the centralized location to actually get into the courtyard proper. But from best you can tell, this certainly was a recreational area. There seem to have been maybe water features at some point in time, like fountains. There seems to be that was like open air gymnasium sort of setup, weightlifting equipment, as well as tables, benches, the remainders of what might have been a commissary or paid sort of cafe. It looks like this was the spot to be for the prison. Now, of course, everything is overgrown. There are puddles everywhere from rain that have gathered. Everything is stained and rusted, and anything of value seems to have already been displaced. A couple of the glass walkways, they're not fully glass as well, but they have the big sections of glass. A lot of the windows have broken out. And even just looking in here, it seems that ropes and shuttles and pulleys, I say shuttles, hand shuttles, have been constructed and thrown over the sides for people to be able to access this somehow, and either hand lever things back up out of the middle, or for some other purpose. So just strings and strings of synth rope and wicker baskets and platform, all hand tool of people trying, or remnants of people trying to bring things out of this courtyard and back up to where they might have wanted it.
Just from standing right here, are we able to identify cell block? You said D and C and D?
Yeah, so just looking here, the walls, the inside octagonal, are marked. So you're A through, what is that? A, B, C. A through H, or A through G, effectively. This seems like the one that you guys walked into isn't marked. Cell block. So in big Orabesh signs that have faded, painted on the walls around the inside of the courtyard.
Oh yeah.
So C and D
is it
to your left and catty corner.
is it obvious that there are people living there?
Comparatively speaking, seems like lights are on, like somebody might be home in C and D, where these other ones are a lot darker. Now, there's not a whole bunch of lights on, but you can see the remnants of power, AC unit burning, fixtures actually flickering on that side of the courtyard, little things that might belay that still power in those sections.
Okay.
And, of course, are two exits on either side of you that seem to lead into continuations around the prison.
What shall we do?
For the ship, how big was this ship we're after again? Is this something that would need a sizable landing area, or could it be
Not
dropped
necessarily. So a lot of the trader vessels, think food truck equivalent.
Okay.
These are ones that these merchants had converted, sort of RV food truck mixers, where they have a little tiny living space, like a cab over, effectively, Chris, with a actual fold-up merchant space in the back where they do their business. So they keep everything inside, their whole life's on the road, and they can take their wares wherever they need. So these things, wouldn't necessarily fit in a, Walmart parking lot, but wouldn't need a whole truck stop to find the spot to. So this thing could feasibly work on one of these walkways or wider sections of definitely plausible.
Because while I would be to.
And speaking of Samson, I'll feed you this one as well. As you guys are looking around, looking up, it seems like it is open air here a little bit. Looking up on an angle, looks like it could be, just from the edge of the nose silhouette, on top of cell block F. So C and D, a little bit to your left. Right. Looks like on the top of F, one of the Uzbekian style merchant ships that you guys know. Could be on top of F block.
I don't feel comfortable reconning beacon here. So what are we thinking? Do we go meet people first, or maybe try some of these abandoned places? There is this merchant ship up here on top of F. Maybe.
Yes, I mean, scavengers aren't known for their forthrightness. What about if we cover more ground? Two of us go speak to the scavengers, two go to F.
Chris Whaley's favorite.
Fuck yeah, bro. Let's do it. Fuck it, let's do it.
God, it is blisteringly hot in my room.
But the sun's hitting you.
Summertime,
crazy
baby.
over there.
I know.
You got all that light in
I
there.
know. And, Maddie locks me in here, so the main AC can't get in. She
Oh,
wants to
hell
listen
yeah.
to her shows. And I say locks me in here. She's being kind to me. And I'm mad at her for it. So, splitting the party, question mark?
I think we have to.
I vote yes.
If
Hell
no
yeah.
objections,
All right, Chris,
And then
since
Chip
you
could just
hate
go
it,
with
who
both
do you want to
parties.
go with?
We're gonna run back and forth.
I want to go where the people are. So
Okay.
whoever's going, check out people. I'm trying to go there.
I was planning on going check out people.
Very good. Our last duo adventure went really well for us. I think this one will be just as good.
Let's run it back.
We're going on for 2, baby.
All right. Well, and easily enough, you have an exit on the left of this skybox or lobby box, and an exit on the right. That presumably would have to connect to the prison some way or somehow. And you guys shake hands, dap up, do whatever you do. Hey, we'll be back. Keep your comm links on.
if you run into any trouble, or if you see that strung up warden, do let me know.
Surely he's not still hanging.
Or the ghost, I mean.
Ah.
Guys, split off your ways. It's very similar, so I can narrate for both of you, or both groups, all 4 of you right now. From this lobby, as you guys go left, it seems like you guys are on the 3rd floor, effectively speaking. They're massive, but 3rd level, I should say. As you guys split off, so it goes from this lobby area. Both ways seem to go through. There's no intake here. It doesn't seem like they were actually, filtering prisoners through here. It seems very public facing. You guys both will run across guard stations. And the very last thing you guys would hit before this effective wing terminate is what would be like the Underwatch visitation area. So, where you come in, you say, hey, I need 15, or it's time for my allotted 15 minutes a week with my family. So your family would come in. The guards would bring you out in cuffs. They'd sit you down at the table, and they'd have a nice little talk with you for 15 minutes before you went back to breaking big rocks into smaller rocks for however long the government decided was appropriate. But from there is where things deviate a little bit from you guys. On both sides, guard stations have been completely obliterated. Not in the way that they've been blown up, but every terminal is stripped, every door is gutted, every cell lock has been broken down. Anything in here that would have been a security function on both sides has been ripped to its very shreds. There ain't a lick of copper left in here. Hell, there might not even be wire casing in most of these. You guys hear the little scuttling of rats or small creatures. Both of you guys would probably hear the sound of scavenger birds. These very strange creatures that are effectively woodpeckers, but, with metal beaks. That do exactly what woodpeckers do. Drill through Durasteel with their own little beaks and make their little homes in them.
These are biological creatures?
Yes.
Natural metal growing from... That's kind
Well, Shiv, if you want to get more technical, you can, of course, attempt to try
I would,
and
yeah.
decipher. Hey, give me a little Xeno check, or what is it?
Okay.
Xenology check, man. Give me just a little. Call it an average check.
All right. I'm spinning one, dude, because I gotta know what the fuck this is about.
Two
2
successes,
success, 3 threat.
3 threats. 3 threats. I'm not gonna give you any strain. But on 3 threats, Shiv, as you are investigating and trying to get a little sight of what this like, thunk, 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 what the sound could possibly be in here. It's echoing everywhere. You see just a little slight scurry of motion that is definitely not rat-sized in the shadows.
Definitely not rat size being people size, or just
Could be. You didn't quite see it.
interesting. Okay.
But lo and behold, you come across, you're like, what? Who is drilling into a random part of the Durasteel wall? Because as you guys are walking down these hallways, the ceilings have been ripped out, the light fixtures have been gutted, every panel that covers up any of like the coolant lines or any of the actual electrical running down everything. It's like somebody went to a house, ripped into your drywall, and ripped everything out of it and just left sheets of your drywall laying around everywhere.
That's awesome. Dom, thoughts?
I've seen that before, and it's fucking hilarious. It's literally just a wire run through the rock.
Literally. So just like, and these, are just like the interior panels. So you have that big bulkhead on the other side, but all the thin ones that obviously could be removed if you needed to are just totally missing or like pried off in sections and just dismantled every which way you can think of.
Awesome.
But on one of the interior walls leading into this courtyard, you see a divot. Chris, you're like, why is somebody drilling through here? There's nothing even left. You look in, there's a little nest. Little electrical wires and things like that. Just bird scavenge. And there's a couple little eggs in there. As you investigate a little bit further, Shib, on the bottom, a light just streaming in, a cloud part. A little beam of light, of sunshine comes in. The floor underneath the hole in the wall sparkles. You look down, rub your little finger in it, pick it up. Seems to be diamond dust.
Diamond dust?
Yeah.
In this bird nest.
On the floor around where the hole has been made for the nest to go in. And a little bit of residual around the actual hole itself. So with 2 successes, Jib, it seems like these birds may not have metal beaks. It seems like they may have some sort of diamond equivalent biofunction that either coats their beaks or is their beaks in some sort of fashion.
That's fucking sick.
That is pretty sick.
Is there a live bird in this nest currently?
Just eggs. Just eggs in there right now. 3 of them.
Chat, am I a piece of shit if I grab one of these eggs?
Just a farmer, dude.
Let's go to the comments section.
Let me know in the comments after, of course, you subscribe, ring the notification bell, whatever. Am I a piece of shit for grabbing one of these eggs? Because I really want to grab one of these eggs so that Samson can have 2 birds on, one on each shoulder. I feel like that'd be cool. I feel like Bede. I feel like Bede would really fucking love that.
Diamond Beaker? Bede might be getting his ass beat.
I think I am gonna grab one of these eggs. Wrap it up in something. I have extra robes in my pack, I guess.
Absolutely.
Because I'm wearing my spacer guard.
Sure enough. You guys continue on your path. So we will go to Noel and Samson first, real quick. And we're gonna bounce pretty quick here. As my intention. But Noel, Samson, as you guys are picking your way through, Noel very quickly, especially in the hallways that go away from the courtyard facing side, The emergency lights are not even on. Those have been stripped even at this point. So now you guys are straight torches. Straight flashlights. Either Noel, your inbuilt ones, or Samson, whatever you've got emergency style on yours. Scanning pathways, trying to avoid the little ankle snags of, ripped up wire beds and stuff like that. Potholes from paneling being up from. As you guys continue to go further in, you are starting to see residue from what you assume to be the riots. Seems like most of the security was mechanical, was droid. There are not much left of these security bots, but there's enough left of them for you to tell that that's probably what these guys were rising up against in the first one. A lot of them missing legs, missing arms, heads are not even really attached. Why dig out any of the memory receptacles or matrices whenever you can just pop the whole head off and take it with you? But chest plates ripped open, just body horror, but for droids. Or, what's the opposite of horror? Body joy for a man like Noel.
Can I just take like the tiniest piece and just like tack weld it to my R2 body?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Memorabilia.
One more piece.
They say that you are an amalgamation of every person you've ever met. Noel takes that seriously.
That's right.
Literally.
Now, Samson, a couple of stairways. Looks like the lifts also not operable. Mechanical load movers, pretty valuable when it comes to scavenging. Those things, Noel, Samson, Noel, you specifically, you would not trust your life on getting on one of these things.
Mm-mm. Oh no.
So, stairway here, once again, behind locked and barred security stations, but now fully open. Lead up and down. Which way would you guys like to go?
It was at the top that you saw the ship, right?
Down in a dungeon sounds so cool.
I'm game.
I want to find this warden, actually.
Well, how about let's just go check the ship up top real quick, make sure it's not the one we're looking for, and then head down.
That sounds good.
Very good. So we'll get a quick jump. You guys will have... You'll end up climbing out of the top on block F. Last thing I need you guys to do real quick. Give me a perception check. Both of you guys. Groupie checky. You two.
Got a yellow and a green.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have 3 greens.
Yeah.
Difficulty?
Give me a red and a purple.
Oh. I'm gonna take it raw. I don't need a Destiny point yet.
He's taking it raw.
Very good. So before we jump away from you guys, Noel, Samson, as you guys are climbing up the stairs, and footsteps echoing naturally, it's a cavern, more or less. Noel, who's leading the way? Noel, Samson?
Probably Samson, because I'm still dragging my one astromech leg up each stair.
So, Samson, as you are climbing up, Noel, you don't quite notice, but Samson, you stop at a dead stop. Put on. Put your hand back. Stop, Noel. You thought, Samson, just barely thought there might have been another echo of footsteps in the stairwell. Stop. Don't hear anything. Keep going. But now that thought's in your mind, so a few flights later on the way up, quickly stop knowing. You are for sure that there is another pair of footsteps trying to hide themselves in the sound of your footsteps.
Something is with us now.
A quick horizontal screen slash over to Shib and Jeff.
That's me.
Shib, Jeff, the smell of roasting meats begins to get stronger as you guys move through these blocks towards C&D. Not only the smell, but the sounds of things, people. Moving, shuffling about, talking, chatting. Like a big shared living space. Guys, walk through one open doorway, and now this effectively crossing over from Block B into Block C. No longer nearly as spooky. A lot of prop-up lights, so no natural fixtures, but a lot of dig site lamps, effectively, have been posted around, lit up, and moving about. And the first thing you guys see is a little conflagration, that's on fire, a little congregation of about 6 to 10 little 4-foot tall hooded figures.
No way.
Turning this big toad, maybe, over this spit. Little actual, a bunch of little heater cores that have been placed over together.
Are they Jawas?
It seems to be. They got little slate gray robes on. Little amber eyes set in the hoods. And a couple of them hear you guys approach. Their heads look back to you. They don't really scramble, but a handful of them immediately move to what you can only presume is their piles of stuff. In a very defensive way. As in, like, well, you guys aren't taking our stuff. One with a big necklace on that seems to be a droid head of some kind. Some old, maybe protocol. Something not active, not live. Walks over to you guys. Greetings, greetings, greetings.
This guy speaks basic.
No.
Is that the droid head?
It is not the droid head. It is definitely in Jawiz, if you will.
Okay.
Shib, I would say, probably trading languages, you might have a rudimentary understanding enough to get by in a conversation.
Okay.
Nice.
That's the beauty of Star Wars. You know, everybody understands Sheerwook for some reason, right? Who cares?
Very
But yes,
good.
it's in the very shrill. Ooh.
Greetings. Are I guess we've made it just in time for dinner.
Wow.
Big smile.
Yes, yes, yes. Swamp Hopper.
And where did you find this?
They are everywhere. You come
That's
to
good.
scavenge?
Of a sort, yes.
This place? Rovi Clan claim. Wish to scavenge? You must pay tithe.
Well, as I've said, we've come to scavenge in a sense, not for anything physical per se. We are looking for someone.
So no take.
No.
Oh. Bad place to be. Just Rovy clan.
What do you mean? The bus driver said there were many scavengers here.
Yes, but no stay. Just Rovy clan stay.
Where do they all go? Do they just return or
Leave. Drown. Uvet no.
Uvet?
Yes.
Also, how do you spell the clan name?
Rovy, R-H-O-V-I.
I'm assuming it's Yvette.
No, Uvet. U-V-E-T.
Uvet.
Yes, yeah.
Uvet, I couldn't help but notice there were a lot of starships parked on top. Do those all belong to you?
They are on Swampcrawler Theta 7. They are Rovy clan.
What is the make and model per se of the ship that we're looking for?
It would be a Uzbekian jump shot.
Uzbekian jump shop. You don't happen to have or have seen any Uzbekian jump shops recently, have you?
Ooh.
We're looking for a friend, and he may have been flying one of those.
One has landed, yes. Landed above bad spot.
What is the bad spot?
Ooh, curse. Many Rovy clan disappear.
This wouldn't have anything to do with, Warden Terterod, would it?
Uvet knows not. Could be monster. Could be person. Could be ghost. Uvet tell Rovy clan, not allowed.
And where exactly is this bad spot?
Marking F cell block.
Hell yeah. Just a quick reminder, where are my dear friends
Block
Noel
F.
and Samson? Ah, of course.
Well, there's no drama. There's no drama, Chris.
It's so good we got the info, so now we can go tell them that they're in danger in the F block.
Yeah.
Covering
I'll hit him on the
more
convoy.
ground.
Hell yeah. Very good. And did you ever see anybody get off of this ship? Or come into contact with it? Or was this after you had already cordoned that section of the prison off?
Oh, yes. Shaman. Block off. F-E. Whole other side, 50%. Block off. Many years ago. 10, 11. Soon after Rovi clan arrival. Shaman received vision. New home for Rovi clan. Much work.
So then you did not see anybody get off of this ship?
No. Ship has power.
I assume you can see it on your sensors?
Hear turret fire.
Turret fire? At what are they shooting?
That does not know. Bird, perhaps. Swamp hopper, perhaps. Scavenger, maybe. Uvet thinks
And was-
perhaps defense system engaged.
So automated.
Rovi clan did not see arrival. Busy working on Swampcrawler in depths. Trying to get propulsion back online.
I just realized Swampcrawler, Sandcrawler. That's awesome. Well, Vet, you've been very helpful. And you're sure there is nobody else here besides us and you, correct?
No one in Block C or D. Rovi clan knows. Rovi clan stay Block C or D. Maintenance shafts run underneath from here. 2 drive systems.
No, you got anything?
Not unless clicking the lock button 2 times on the key fob makes the ship's horn honk. No, I mean, I think I just have to head back to them.
Is there any sort of shortcut to make it to cell block F from here?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Pass through middle crossway.
Oh, so through the tube into the tower and then through the tube again?
Indeed,
Okay.
yes. Straight shot. Warden's quarters on top.
Oh.
Very spooky stories.
No, are we going ghost hunting, dude?
I've played Mob of the Dead and Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and I can't wait to relive it right now.
Yes, bro! Well, thank you very much for your help with it. And thank you to the entire Rovi clan.
Of course.
Traditional Jawa goodbye.
You will need to move. Blockade.
I assume they have something set up to protect themselves.
Yes. Shaman blessed heap. Keep ghost out.
Okay. And you're okay with us just moving it?
Uvet thinks no ghost. Think shaman wrong.
but Uvet still stay out of Block F.
Oh, yes. Uvet not dumb. Y'all will go missing in Block F.
I cannot argue with your logic, Uvet. I like this guy. He seems cool.
Yes, Swamp Hopper have teeth. Could eat Uvet whole.
Oh,
What's that?
nice. Well, I guess let's go move a barricade.
Let's do it.
What's up, you guys? Quite literally, pile of shit. Just scrap. Quite literally piled up in front of. You can see the hallway through, like the sun's still shining enough to see through it. Definitely would just be like, oh, okay. Now there are some little like totems that have been placed around it, and it smells like maybe incense or oil has been burned on this actual scrap heap. But quite literally, it would take maybe, moving 5 or 6 things to make a big enough path for you guys to scramble over the top and go through the tube. So not enough of even a slowdown for a physical being that would, but it is loud. So, you guys start moving stuff, the metal's grinding, springs falling, little gears tinkling down the hallway. So
it's more of an alarm system than
you would
anything.
think that perhaps in the Jawa way that this is maybe a blessed stopper by being an alarm for somebody trying to get in so they can run away.
Okay, sick. Very good. I fucking love Jawas, dude. They're so cool.
What? You guys start walking down the tube. Some of the plasteel windows or transparent steel windows in this one have been broken, so the wind whistling through.
How far up are we currently?
You guys are still 3rd level, so 30 foot, roughly.
Okay. I don't know why I pictured like we're fucking thousands of feet in the air.
No.
Okay.
Walk down the tube, walk down the crossway. The door, of course, open into here. Very dark in the center building. Not a whole lot of windows. From the outside, you see that there are actual like ported windows, like circular windows. Once you guys breach onto the inside, it seems that blast shutters have been closed on all of these port windows. But it seems like there's one major lift in the center of this building, that turbo lift that goes up and down all 5 floors. And spiral staircase around that also seems to go all the way up and down. It doesn't seem like prisoners were coming through here as a main passageway. Seems mainly guard, security, other staff using the center column.
Yeah, and those shutters you think were just there for maintain security on the inside?
Seems to be.
Okay.
Question. The state of this place, does it also look very ran through?
Oh,
like
yes.
Everyone else?
Okay.
Everywhere else?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So even just like the entrance to the turbo lift has been pried open. Sparks flickering down, little embers of energy falling down. Panels totally ripped off. Looking up or down, it seems like the lift body itself is all the way up. Shine a little light. You can see the bottom of it on the actual repulsor lines. Repulsor lines themselves have been gutted. So even if you could get power to the call, doesn't seem like it'd be moving anytime soon.
Okay. So people have not been deterred by the ghost stories and have looted the fuck out of this place. Hell yeah.
Where would you guys like to go? You guys investigating in here or rolling the F?
I'm going up. We gotta go up.
Yeah.
I want to see the warden chambers.
Yeah, I think going through the warden's chambers is kind of on the menu.
We didn't get a We didn't ask anybody where exactly the warden was strung up, did we? We didn't get that information.
You did
Interesting.
not.
I'd still like to go check out his chambers.
Absolutely. As we climb up the spiral staircase around the outside of this building. And as you guys are climbing, you guys will walk out of scene and we'll transition back to Noel and Samson.
Hell yeah.
Noel, Samson, you guys continue walking up the stairs.
No, you're sure someone's following us?
I can hear them. They step when we step.
Oh. That belies quite a bit of intelligence. I'll just kind of like flash my my eye lights like down the staircase to see if anything catches my eye.
Iron Giant.
Yeah, ooh, Iron Giant. Yeah. But yeah, Noel, you get the eye beams on, look over. It's a pretty typical like hotel stairway where you have that little thin, maybe 5-6 foot gap in between the stairs that runs all the way up and down. So the angles are not great. So look as you might, you don't catch a glimpse of anything.
Well, whatever it is, it may just be curious.
Yes, I mean, no reason a pair of footsteps should dissuade us, right?
I will keep my hand fastened to my kukri. Continue going up.
Good. Just walk. And Samson, now you can't help but notice the non-echo still there. But as you guys approach level 5, there is a security hatch that is open to the elements, just with a little escape ladder that has been, looks like emergency usual deployed, seems to have been left down in this state for quite some time. Maybe, a little bit more permanent access. But sunshine streaming in, illuminating this top little deck, and a little bit of, dust flitterings, things like that. But climbing up this little escape stair will take you out onto the roof.
Do we both go? Or just one of us stay here? I think it's safer if we both go. But then if we come back in...
I mean, all of the power is cut. We could, or I could physically close the lid just a little bit. So if anything were to follow, it would have to make some noise. But I mean, we really are just looking to check to make sure it's the Ubekian model. Should only take a glance.
We will be quick.
Yes.
I think we'll both go through the hatch.
Alrighty, goes up the stairs. Bunch of junk up here. Seems that, more droid husks. Looks like scavengers had landed, brought stuff out relatively quickly, and then maybe in the presumed safety of their ships, then did a little bit more stripping to not load up themselves with a bunch of useless weight. So, piles of refuse and things like that. So, guys kind of crouch behind one. And lo and behold, on pretty much the connection between F and E, as close as probably that corner is definitely an Ubiquian jump shop. Seems to be Jamaf's ship, as best as you guys can recall.
That would be it. Is it open?
It does not appear to be open. Neither the shop sides, like the doors that would reveal an area, or the little baby ramp that would go in cockpit / living space. Neither seem.
Well, this seems to be it, without a doubt. Is it Shib that has the key fob?
Yes.
I don't think I actually have the key fob. I think I was doing a bit, dude.
I mean, I like it.
I think if you guys were going to look for the ship, we would have made sure that you guys had the key fob.
And outside of
I'm
everything
metagaming.
else, Noel Sampson, this is the only vessel up on the roof that is obviously long-lived in its resting spot. Bunch of the other ships are older models, still very simple scavenger ships, maybe two-seaters, scout finders, long haulers, stuff like that have been abandoned, as best as you can tell. Also, a lot of them up here, panels missing, engine hoists missing, actual turbines seem to have been ripped. Even these have not withstood the amount of scavenging Prison Black Swampcrawler has fallen to. But the jump shop, Moth ship, seems to be the only one that has been spared that fate as of yet.
Let's check it out, and maybe our friend will show himself.
Perhaps.
Approach.
Claymore, Claymore, Claymore.
Yeah. Yeah. As you guys get closer, once you get within about long range, you can see that the blaster turret underneath the ship is ambulating side to side. Seems to have about a little bit more than 180, maybe 200 degrees firing arc. So, and with that, if it's active and still moving, and on defense mode, could possibly, if you guys were to get into medium range, could certainly be a problem.
No, do you know if the turrets, do they shoot at life forms or do they shoot at movement? Would that be something you have come across?
Typically, in some kind of sentry mode, it would be movement. Maybe with some parameters set. But
And Noel, as those words are leaving your vocabulator, it seems like single sort of scavenger bird lands in front, folds its wings up, hops around a couple of times, just barely accidentally happens to enter the range. The turret snaps to it, marathon style, and blasts this thing to hell.
oh wow. Well, definitely movement. I mean, it can only target one of us. So perhaps I'll draw its ire, get into cover, and you can attempt to enter.
Is there a 3/4 thick piece of Durasteel Mr. Null here can use as a shield?
Hey, for a destiny point, why not?
Done.
Easy enough. We'll call it true shield style. Call it 3 range defense.
I think that should do nicely.
Was that weird?
Seems to be a what could only be described as maybe a shuttle door
Oh, yeah.
that was ripped off of some ship and discarded. That will cover your whole body on in the big crab arm.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll like clamp it. Hold it. All right, on the count of 3.
1,
2,
3.
and I'll run and just try to go like as far of a wide angle to keep its fire away.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I'll take a little automated shot here at you, Noel. See how successful this is.
I do have 1 range defense normally.
Normally,
so I'll be at
very
4.
good, very good. That's the max. Very good. Now this is automated, so it's really not all that scary. It'll be at medium range. Start just again. Samson, give me either athletics or coordination. And
Very
make
much athletics.
it a average check.
Oh, that is
2.
$2.
1, 2, 3.
I do have a yellow. Okay, there we go. Average athletics. Don't trip over my shoelace.
Ooh, 2 successes, 4 threats, and failure from Samson. All right. So, Samson, you hustle as best as you can. But medium range is still a long way to go. And you can hear the thump, thump, big, heavy footfalls of Noel, now with, and probably added, 200 pounds, 100 kilos, thudding across the roof. And the of the turret gathering a lock and of some blaster laser. No. That's be 12 damage. Reset.
Oh my god.
Man.
Zooey mama. Good thing you have a billion wounds.
And 6.
Right, chat.
Now, with the failure, Samson, Noel's gonna get shot at one more time.
Oh fuck.
But other than that, there's no need to make another check. You'll be able to cover the ground. But we'll gather 4 threat. I can't even give you any more setback die. I can give him setback die, which I will. That's just the innate. 4 is the innate for range for defense, but I'll take those 2 threat as 2 more setbacks. Why not? That's better. There we go. Noel, this time you can't be surprised. You gain a little bit of cover. Wiggle the shield to make sure that motion tracking stays engaged on you, and just this scraps getting slagged, blown to bits by you. Samson, are you looking to shut this thing off?
Absolutely.
How do you think Samson would get that done? Is he a cut the cable guy, or
Yeah, all the hydro line, everything, kukri wherever it fits, man.
So literally, you cover up Bede, trying to flap his wings to give you a little bit of extra juice. Slide right up under the nose. Kukri comes out and just start hacking at the cables down on this thing. Sparks fly. Hydraulic fluid starts juicing out, and the turret falls limp.
Well done. Drop the shield.
Check. Clip that. Clip that, Chet.
Flip that check.
That was
And
sick.
as you guys are gathering at the nose, a quick glance towards the middle, you see that the back wall of level 5 of this middle room, this big viewing window, effectively, a nice scenic view for you. You guys don't know it's the but metagame, the warden's office, has been entirely busted out. It's all open air. And you guys see the most peculiar thing. It seems to be a humanoid figure floating. Just barely. Can't quite make it out in the shadows. But it seems that, ankles together, arms out, not necessarily crucifixion pose, but they're just floating there. As we jump back on the cut to Shib and Death, you guys around the central turbolift column of big oak desk has been flipped over. What you can only assume is the warden of StarShatter Prison, with a multitude of what appears to be cabling and things like that, has been suspended in midair above where his seat was, cables around his neck, tied to the ceiling, around his wrists, stretching him out, and his legs bound and tied.
This
Really?
is a body or an apparition?
Oh, it's very much there, because as the wind blows in through the punched out ceiling glass, it seems to sway a little bit in the wind. It seems to be very much physical.
And I'm assuming this is just like skeletal remains, correct?
Would you like to investigate?
Absolutely. Yes, dude.
So, Shib, Jeff, I'm going to ask you, what are you doing?
This guy seemed to have made a lot of enemies. I'd probably be rummaging through the desk, maybe checking for compartments in the desk that
Sure.
maybe the undiscerning picker through wouldn't have found.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Paperwork isn't worth much.
That's
Amen.
right. To some people. Jeff, give me. As a matter of fact, give me a little give me like a skullduggery check.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit difficult. Give me a red and 2 purple. But Shib, no check required for you here as you approach. What obviously, with what the stories that you've heard, seems to be obviously must be the warden. As you get closer, this is an effigy. This is not an actual person.
Almost makes it
What
worse.
a roll from Jeff.
Holy moly.
We'll get to that in a second. What a roll. But yes, Shib, this is effectively a scarecrow. A droid head from what you assume is probably one of the security models has been there, and just bits and bobs have been constructed in a way that makes it appear to be an actual humanoid figure. But by no means is it actually a droid or anything like that. It's not even like a droid chassis. It just seems to be some twisted representation, perhaps, of what happened here.
Very good. What are there any like messages or notes or anything like that
On the body or on the effigy?
on the body, beneath the body, around the body, anything like that?
Not that you can see, or not that is obvious. There's no like blood spray or signs of this place has been ransacked, but it doesn't seem to be like from struggle. Not that anything left from 20 years. But I do need you to give me a what they call narrative use force check. So if you could just give me your 4 die.
It's crazy because I was just about to ask you to use sense.
Well, this is effectively what that will be. Narrative
Perfect.
sense.
All right. Oh,
Well.
baby!
Wow.
What are the odds?
Paragon.
That's me. I'm good.
Shib. This
Okay.
is an effigy, and as you open yourself up to it, up to the force, and look to find things away from the natural senses of the body, this thing has been worshipped. Many somethings have come to this spot and reflected on this place, on this thing. Somebody created this thing to be a focus for some form of worship. And feel that taint, you feel that energy residually still here. And Jeff, as you're scavenging around, looking for little hidey holes in the desk, 4 successes on the check. I went, wow. Not only do you find something, you find a sweet decanter hidden in a little hideaway, false bottom. Seems to be some nice aged Chandrillan whiskey, still stoppered, about halfway full.
Pocket that.
Well. As you pull that out, you get a little bit of a jump scare. The desk starts to shift by itself. It's toppled over. The top of the desk opens up, and a little, what you can only assume probably is, a glass set comes out, is released from its hold, and then immediately falls to the floor and shatters.
No.
That's awesome. There's no fucking tilt safety mechanism or anything like that? It's wild.
Can't afford the really good stuff. You just got to get the facsimile of the good stuff.
Amen.
When's my desk ever going to be on its side anyway?
Exactly.
I'm gonna live forever.
Hmm?
Okay. Oh yeah, I take the stoppered whiskey and put it into my bag.
Very good.
Chandrilla, huh? Great vintage, dude.
Not much of a drinker myself.
Label says 25 years aged. So, looking about 45-ish now, with some quick
Okay.
math.
Very cool.
So this is his office. Is there some sort of attached living quarters here as well?
Not up here. This seems like very much a business space. So, the other
Okay.
side, there are like some pedestals and some empty frames where it seems like artworks, probably nicer chairs that have been, ripped open, of, things hidden. Very much business first here. Living quarters maybe somewhere else or off-site.
Okay.
You think the warden was making the 45-minute commute halfway around the fucking planet every day?
No, he had a place somewhere. Just not in here.
Remember, this thing is or was mobile at one point in time.
That's true too, yeah. Okay. Okay, also Warden's office. Is this also separate from like the navigation deck? Or is there
What a great question. There do seem to be some terminals, a actual set up terminal station on across from you guys on the back side of The turbo lift runs through the center of the room. Could potentially maybe have been a navigational setup at one point in time, but now has been ripped to shreds.
I would like to get. Oh wow, this is a crazy check. Could I potentially search for some sort of intact hard drive to take to null?
Yeah.
If you can-
Yeah, give me. It'll be a mechanics check for the physical.
Or the heart of what I'm looking for is I want to see the location data on where this place was primarily mining from. So whatever
Yeah.
the best way to do that would be.
Absolutely, yes. Which I think will be. I think you're on the right path, hard drive wise. So give me a mechanics check. Give me.
Do you know anything about computers?
Give me 4 purples.
I got 3 greens.
Hey, better than what I have.
Hell yeah.
You know what? We'll make it 4 and 4.
Ooh.
Unlucky.
Search as you guys might, anything of value in this terminal setup has fully been taken. There's not even a screen left. Everything has been gutted. You trace the wires, pull open whatever else might even still be intact. Pull wires, check even power supplies. All gone. As you guys are digging through this terminal, you can hear, or you hear what could only be described as added tension on taut cables. And then the snapping of said cables behind you. As a humanoid form begins to ambulate and gather itself, pulling these cables around its arms, around its body, as this figure that was strung up seems to have some form of life come to it.
Yo, what the fuck?
And
Are we getting
fiery,
fiddlesticks right now?
and fiery hits of green eyes flick on to life in the middle of this empty droid head sockets. Very similar to the flame that consumed the room, guys. Capital City.
Oh, baby. Very cool.
And then, of course, there's a Fiddlesticks Old Screech as this thing lurches towards you. And then we'll cut back to Noel Sampson.
Do you not know? Maybe when things die, they aren't truly gone. They need to be helped along their way. Are we still looking at the figure, or has the figure disappeared?
Hadn't disappeared yet.
So these scenes are not happening concurrently.
You guys are a little bit ahead of them, just a bit. But you guys want to check out the ship? You guys trying to,
Yes.
get entry? Very good.
Mhm.
Noel, do you want to make a computer's check?
Not sure.
Very good. Give me an average check on the breakthrough. You got your scomp link, so no need for the setback die to try and pop through the security on the either the shop doors or the living space door ramp.
Sweet. I'll go with the shop door.
Good. Get over. Scomp it in. slice through, and door opens up. Shelves and holders and cabinet cases begin to unfold, like they would, like they're automated to set up the shop automatically. However, nothing is in its place. So as everything starts to unshake and try to get to its position, everything just starts to fall out. So little trinkets, boxes, just, a bunch of junk, effectively. Scatters, falls out, hits the floor, starts rolling. Cabinets are broken. Seems like this thing had some pretty sweet evasive maneuvers at some point in time. And whoever was piloting it was not worried about the safety of anything back here. But you guys have access. Lights tick on as shop doors are opened. The automated systems. Other than it being, pretty trashed from G-forces. But he's home.
Do you think we can pull the logs and have a full guarantee that this was on its own?
It's a good idea. And I guess while I'm doing it, just kind of talking out. We originally thought that this was going to be a dead drop for other Legion members, right? But I don't know if it was a dead drop. It should be in the city. But why would he come here and then go to the city to flay himself or have someone else flay? It just doesn't make sense.
I mean, I don't know how these cultists are, but maybe he gave himself up to help snuff the trail. And this was put on some derelict prison to be protected, just as maybe Zaki was. I think we just got a bit of the jump on whatever flame showed up.
But yeah, I'll try to go into the transponder log of the ship.
Ooh, okay.
To see if I can find any other places of docking.
Gotcha. Okay, so NavCom.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, going in, you walk up into the cockpit. Door opens up. Very obvious signs of a struggle. Seems to be some blaster scoring, some tearing, some cuts, perhaps. Definite, some dried blood. Definite signs of a struggle. As you punch into the nav comp, start looking through, it has been totally wiped. There is one location saved in the nav comp. Alabast 2. Navcomp readout, very slight. Seems to be white dwarf star system out in the outer rim. Uninhabited mainly.
Is there any body in the ship?
Not a body in the ship.
And would Alabas 2 is different from the place we heard from Father Ancillary.
Correct.
That was
Uzan
Uzan?
4.
Uzan 4. Interesting. I'll share that.
Also, this is important. Timestamp wise for the information, the trip has not been made. I should make that clear. The trip has not been made to Alabas 2.
Like it was
That
plugged
location
in.
has been saved.
I see. Kind of like it was like the designated next trip of this ship.
Correct.
I see. Very interesting.
Effectively preloaded jump coordinates. So you get out into space, hit your hyperspace lane, and punch it. Ship would take you there.
So maybe we intercepted this in transit. Maybe the pilot was brought here to be killed and the next member was coming to bring this to where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm. I think you may be right. Well, suppose we should let Shib and Jeth know we've found the craft. I'm sure they'll be pleased.
Maybe we can find out then if we should scuttle this or let it be.
I could sabotage it.
As long as we have the information, I feel like taking this out would weaken these people.
Indeed. Yes. Allow me. And I'll just get to work just tearing this ship apart.
Easy. Oh, no subtlety to it. Just ripping.
Nope. Yeah.
No check required. You're good at that.
Just like clamping valves shut, ripping pieces off.
And as you guys are finishing up there, walking out of the ship, you guys hear what can only be described as a blood-curdling screech, and then the immediate flight of very many birds, and a massive flock takes out from everywhere around, just off into the sky, startled. And the screech seems to be emanating from the center tower.
Yippee.
Double time it?
Yes.
Jump cut. Ship Jeth, what do you guys do?
Jeth is cocking his fists. See Tenet for reference.
It is 9 o'clock. I do need to bounce.
Oh, very good. I thought we had till 9:30. Very good.
My bad.
Perfect.
My bad.
All good. Perfect
I
stopping.
figured this is a good time to say it.
Yes, perfect stopping point. Last thing I'll say then. I was going to save this. Last thing I'll say. Noel, Samson, you guys scrambled down. Are you guys looking for one of the bridgeway connectors to go? So none on the 5th
That's
floor
direct.
or 5th level. Got to go down to the 4th. You guys spin, slide down, turn the corner, bust through, light shining. Get to the walkway. In the door frame of the crosswalk, 2 figures. White Zabrak with orange tattoos. White Zabrak with yellow tattoo. sort of, I won't say robes, but big amulet belt, long, flowy, baggy pants, shirtless. Big, gleaming, yellowed teeth and fangs. Looking dead at you guys.
These guys came to bang it out, no?
I shall indulge them.
And lo and behold, you guys have heard this before, though, so it's not really that big of a shock. But there is the oh-so-familiar snap hiss of two lightsabers activating.
Oh, fuck, man.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
Wait.
And these stark red-orange blades extend out. And man, that's where we'll leave off for this episode of Sunstriders, man. Phase 3! Woo-hoo-hoo! I can't wait to finish this up. Man, how exciting.
Oh, boy.
Make sure you tune in next time. If you like what you see, man, leave us like, comment, subscribe. If you comment, guess what? I'll comment right back. It's that easy, dude. It's added. Small channel. You need some stats? Comment. I'll favorite it, dude. I'll reply. I'll have Chris like your comment. Dude, we're farming over here, bro. So, thank you so much for viewing. Make sure you tune back in. We love you guys very much. Have a great night.